All right, what's up, everybody? I am here with the second episode of the Straight from the Dome X's and O's podcast. As always, I'm your host, John. You can catch me on Twitter at 7not6, spelled out all the way. And today for the show, I've got a special guest joining me. I have my buddy London here. Man, London, say what's up to the people.
How's it going?
So you want to give us a quick rundown of your ball plan that you've done?
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm a California kid. Went to Milpitas High, a well-known school when it comes to football and sports. Played there 2006 through 2010. Was All-American there.
Word.
Went the junior college route. I went to junior college, and I was playing quarterback at the time. Went to junior college, played there my freshman year. Didn't do so well. I was playing quarterback. Didn't learn the playbook fast enough because I was coming in while they're in camp and everything, finishing up school. Ended up my second year switching to play safety. And when I did that, I had scholarship offers from every school in the country, basically. I ended up being junior college All-American. Chose the University of Houston. I originally wanted to go to A&M, but signed to U of H. Enjoyed my time there. After going to U of H, I played a little ball in Canada. Okay. I was bouncing around a bunch of different teams, and that's really the rundown. I ended up stopped playing.
Okay, so that's cool, man. So you played some high school ball. You did the JUCO route. You did quarterback for a while. You said you switched to safety. You spent some time at U of H, then you said you played up in Canada for a little bit?
Yes, sir.
That's cool, man. So it sounds like you've had a pretty well-traveled and well-rounded career there, man. So just to try to play on some of the experience that you have and everything, man, what advice do you have for kids that are starting out their first year in high school football right now to be successful?
To be successful now, I feel like you have to get the edge now. Because there's so much out there now. Like when I was playing, there wasn't really that many places to go train at. There wasn't that many personal trainers that, you go from doing footwork drills to, 7-on-7 leagues. I think 7-on-7 was just getting big. Yeah. And now, you have traveling teams that are doing 7-on-7 in high school as well. Oh,
yeah, it's everywhere now.
Yeah, it wasn't that big when I was playing. But I just feel like getting in to one of those leagues. I know 7-on-7 is more skill position heavy.
Yeah, definitely.
But when it comes to like if you're a D lineman, O lineman, there's still people out there that are training these guys. Retired players.
You hear advertisements all the times for camps and everything like that for OL and DL guys to go to, and of course the 7-on-7 leagues that are traveling around and everything like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's one thing that I think I agree with you definitely is to try to get yourself into as many camps as you can as possible. There's a ton of, I know in Houston there's a lot of retired pro ball players that have played for the Houston that run camps and things like that that kids can get into. And that's something that I'm a huge proponent of also is trying to get in work outside of the regular, practices that you're going to get with the team because, there's the rules and regulations about how much time you get with the coach and how much time you spend on the field and everything like that. And I feel like if football is a real passion for you and something that you want to do, possibly professionally past the collegiate level someday, to really try to get into as many of those camps as you can. Because every day of coaching that you get from someone that's been there and done that and seen that kind of stuff, it's really invaluable.
Exactly. Yeah. All it takes is really for one coach to like you. Nowadays, it's like one coach like you, you're in the door. Mm-hmm. I've seen a lot of athletes that will make one play like on social media now. And then once their video goes viral, because kids I was playing with were past tense were that I played with. One hand catches, all that, all the hurdling, all that you see now where they're making a big deal. Of course, it was getting done. It just wasn't. Yeah, everybody's
got a phone in their hand right now, so that play happens. It's on Twitter 10 minutes later.
Exactly. We didn't really have that. We're emerging from VHS to DVD around when I was playing.
Bro, so that was my time
in high school. So you make one play now in a high school game, like you're gonna get an offer from somewhere. I don't know the extent of the offer, but you will get one.
Because you see all these highlights. They show them during NFL broadcasts of players, and they're putting their high school tape up there on, like, you know, NBC broadcasts where they're showing kids, you know, getting 60-yard touchdowns when they were in high school and things like that.
Exactly.
So that kind of stuff, it's really blowing up now. And if you're a kid that I feel like is in high school and you're trying to make a name for yourself and get scholarship offers, you know, go to these camps, promote yourself on social media, get yourself seen.
Exactly. It's completely different. I know we had a limit when I was playing. We had a limit how many camps you can attend. And then it would have to be like in the area you were. The area I was in, I mean, you had Stanford, like our Stanford camp, which will be Rivals. I don't even know if Rivals is something still out right now, but I mean, you will have the Rival Stanford camp. It'll be invite only, something like that, from all the kids in the area.
Oh yeah, there's all the sponsors and everybody's there. You know, Gatorade.
So that's one of those things, and that, I mean, a lot of kids from my area that had a name, they did. And then you'll have like your Elite 11 camps. Like, I was playing quarterback, so I attended that at Cal Berkeley. And yeah, it would just be little things like that to get you exposure, get you ranked. And I mean, a lot of things in this world is copycat. So it's like you get an offer, just say USC gives you a scholarship offer. Basically, everybody who feels like, I mean, that USC offer is basically valuable, they'll offer you. So all the teams under that, I mean,
all the scouts from different colleges, they talk to each other.
Exactly.
So if somebody at UCLA offers a scholarship to just, you know, like a wideout, for example, then you know the coaches at Cal and USC and everybody like that, they all know them and they all see this kid got an offer, and then they're going through the same tape and they're looking at the same highlights and everything like that. So it's really kind of a you know, once the dam breaks a little bit effect right there.
Exactly. Once you get
one scout gets out there, one coach or somebody like that, like you said, all you got to do is get one scout, one coach, one pro in the business to like you, and then you got your in.
Exactly.
Yeah. So the last thing I'm going to ask you, man, I got kind of a two-part question here. One thing we're running into a lot right now is coaches, particularly here in Texas, they're not wanting athletes to be multi-sport athletes. Like if they feel like they've got a 5-star quarterback or something like that, or, you know, wideout, safety, any position like that, they're really pressuring them not to play basketball or baseball or anything like that. What do you think about kids these days in middle school, high school being multi-sport athletes as opposed to sticking to being one athlete?
The mistake I made was knowing football like brought the crowds out, and when I was playing baseball, I feel like I was a better baseball player. Yeah. But I mean, the high school games, out here is a lot more, but in California having like 10,000 at your game is ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
Out here, I mean, you get 40,000 at a high school game.
Yeah, some of the money they've spent on stadiums out here, like in Katy, they built this new monstrosity that they got out there that they spent millions of dollars on. Yeah. Exactly.
So yeah, like it's just one of those things.
Yeah, definitely, man. So the follow up to that also would be, so if you have decided that you're going to be a one sport athlete and you're playing football, what do you think about coaches and players playing, you know, both ways or multiple positions? Because there's some guys that coaches will really try to pin them down on one side of the ball, whether it be offensive. And you see a lot of guys that end up making it to the pros. If you go and you look back at their high school tape, they were playing a completely different position. Like
exactly.
Just a crazy example. Jadeveon Clowney, I think, was a running back in high school, and coaches, they put him at running back, I feel, because the coach knew that's what helped them win, but not what was best for the player. So what do you say to kids that have coaches that are trying to pin them down at playing one position and not letting them explore different sides of the ball and playing all over the field?
I know I was playing both ways. I played both ways up to my sophomore year in junior college. So I mean, I'm a person who will promote playing both ways, or because you don't really know where it's going to be for you. I thought I was going to be a quarterback. It ended up not working, and I was able to use my athletic ability to switch positions and, I mean, get a free education at the end of the day. So
yeah, definitely.
I feel like you're limiting players because, I mean, you haven't given them the opportunity to grow yet. So that's one thing where, I mean, you can have a running back, but he'll be a better linebacker or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's just best benefit for the kid.
Yeah, and I agree with you there. I feel like a lot of time coaches do disservices to players, and it's real bad about it here in Texas because college football is so big and these coaches have so much pressure to win that they're sticking kids in, one position in one spot that they shouldn't always. So it's nice to hear you, someone that has, a lot more experience in the game than I do, obviously, to say a lot of the same things. So really, man, that's about all I had today. So this is going to wrap it up for everything that I had for the Straight from the Dome X's and O's episode 2. I wanted to thank you again for coming on, man.
No problem.
And everybody be safe, everybody be cool, and we will see you next time.